Welcome, gentlemen. Hadafad here with Timeless Gents. The age-old question, is there anything you can do to slow down the aging process so you can feel younger and stronger than you did when you're in 30s and 40s? And the answer is absolutely. I spent the last 2 years implementing the processes I'm going to talk with you about today, and I can tell you, as a man in his 50s, I feel stronger, more agile, with more mobility than I did in my 40s. I'm going to go over the 5 processes that I implemented in my life the last few years that have made the impact, that have helped me feel the way that I do today. So let's get started on those 5, but before we do that, I want to kind of talk to you a little bit about the aging process itself. There's a difference between chronological age and biological age. Chronological age is exactly just that. How long have you been on Earth? How old are you? Biological age, or fitness age, is how old your body tells you you are, how old your chromosomes tell you you are. Our chromosomes are built with these protective layers on the ends of each tip called telomeres. These telomeres, as we age, shorten and divide, shorten and divide. And it gets to the point where there's no more shortening to be done, and the telomere becomes dormant, or dies, or morphs into a cancerous cell. Now, the advanced shortening of telomeres has been directly linked to cancer and Alzheimer's. But is there anything that we can do to slow that process down? Absolutely, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. So let's get into pillar number 1, and by far, the most important pillar you can implement in your life today, and that is strength and conditioning. Strength and conditioning is the number 1 way that you can predict a person's mortality. Gentlemen, if you're 40, 50, 60 years old, and you're not in the gym lifting weights, you're not only adding years to how you look, you are negatively impacting your life expectancy. Studies show that if you're in the gym working out strength training 30 to 60 minutes a week, you will improve your life expectancy by 10 to 16%. That's huge. Now couple that with that the average exercise prescription is 150 minutes per week. And obviously you're not focusing on just strengthening. We're going to talk about a little bit of endurance as well. You're going to strength train far more than 30, 60 minutes per week with what we're going to talk about today. So you're going to add to those 10 to 16% that the experts are telling us that our life expectancy will improve upon with strength training. But you have to develop a schedule, and you have to develop a schedule that you're going to stick to. You're going to strength train at least 3 times a week. So for example, my schedule is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm in the gym 45 minutes to an hour working out on a full body workout that I'll go over with you guys in the next video. I'm also doing conditioning on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. However, my Saturday workout is slightly different. I do more of a Metcon, or a metabolic reconditioning strength training program on Saturday, where I'm focusing on full body, but quicker movements and less recovery. And then I'm also doing a long walk or jog on a Saturday as well to implement both of the processes of strength and conditioning in one day. So basically, I'm doing a focused program 6 days a week and resting on Sunday. However, Sunday isn't truly a sit on the couch rest day. We're walking the dogs, we're going on a short hike, we're still doing some kind of active recovery. But gentlemen, you're going to have to develop a schedule that you are going to stick to, and you can't make any excuses. Your determination has to be stronger than your excuses to want to have a better physique and feel better in your life. I'm going to give you guys a specific workout program for people 40, 50, 60 and above that'll help minimize the risk of injury and severe soreness. Because if you're injured or severely sore, you're not going to be in the gym. And all the pillars that we're going to go over today, I'm going to have specific videos for each one of those. And I'll break down in more detail how to develop a strength and conditioning program. And we'll go over that in a lot more detail in the upcoming video. Pillar number 2, complementing pillar number 1, is you have to get more sleep. Gentlemen, you have to sleep 7 to 8 hours a day, non-negotiable, for you to recover the way you need to. And just as importantly, you have to go to bed around the same time, give or take an hour. So for example, 3 nights a week, because on my strength training days, I go to the gym at 5 a.m. I have to wake up at 4. In order to do that, I have to be in bed between 7:30 and 8:30. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I focus on the endurance training, and we start that about 6 o'clock in the morning. So I can go to bed a little bit later on Monday and Wednesday nights. But by and large, I'm in bed on average 7:30 to 8:30. And obviously on the weekends when we have functions to go to or events, there's some play there. But I find that even when I do want to go out, my body's starting to shut down around those times, and I'm waking up around the same time. So even on a Sunday when I have the option to sleep in, my body's waking me up, and that's called your circadian rhythm, and that's what you're wanting to do so that you fully recover. Now, there's different stages of sleep, okay? And so when you are in your first stages of sleep, which usually is your deepest, is when your brain is getting rid of all the stuff you don't need and retaining the stuff that you do need. And then on your last stages of sleep, that's when your body's recovering. That's when you're rejuvenating, recovering, strengthening, healing, and that's when all the growth happens. In the gym is not when you're seeing the results. Your results happen when you're implementing these processes, but specifically sleeping as well. Okay, so if you're cutting your sleep short, you're never getting to the final stage to have the opportunity to have some growth within your muscles and some recovery to be able to heal from the micro abrasions that working out does. And that's that soreness you're feeling, those are the small micro abrasions that we feel in the muscles, and that's what helps it grow over time. So that's pillar number 2. Number 3, now you're gonna have to hydrate. So now you're working out, you're sleeping well, and now you're gonna have to increase your water intake. I will tell you, gentlemen, this is the hardest one for me. I have to have a lot of hacks for me to pull this off. One of them is walking around with this throughout my day. This is only 44 ounces, so I have to fill this up 3 times to get to my required or recommended ounces, which is 125 for men. And for those of women that are watching these videos with your significant other, 91 ounces for you, okay? So the hacks that I'll do is first thing in the morning, when I wake up, I'll have a glass of water by either my nightstand or by the coffee maker. So I can get started on 8 ounces so that I can tackle the 125 ounces in a day. And like I said, gentlemen, for me, this is the hardest one. Why is water so important? Yes, we're made up of 70% water, but why? What does it do when we reach our full recommended ounces of water intake? Okay, let's go over that. So what happens when you meet your water intake? It promotes good kidney function, keeps your joints and muscles lubricated to prevent injury. It flushes toxins from your body. It gives you the sensation of feeling satiated, so you're not eating as much because you're filling yourself up with a little bit of water. It helps improve your gut health. And bonus, it supports a healthier, younger looking skin. It helps your skin feel nice and tight and taut, and that's what we want. And so that's gonna lead us right into our next pillar, which is a skincare routine. Gentlemen, you have to take care of your skin. You can't do all these things of drinking enough water and eating right, working out, and then you're just ignoring your skin. And you don't need to spend a ton of money doing this. We can start off with just 3 to 4 products. So you're gonna have to have a face wash. You're gonna have to have sunscreen, and you're gonna have to have a moisturizing, rejuvenating cream. So in the mornings, either in the shower or over the sink, you're gonna wash, including your neck, builds up a lot of grime. And before you leave the house, you're gonna apply SPF 30, 40, 50, depending on how much sunlight you're getting. And then also you're gonna reapply your sunscreen throughout the day, depending on how much sun exposure you've had during the day. Then in the evening, whether you do this in the shower or over the sink, you're gonna wash again and get off all the grime from your day and all the accumulated oils. And before you go to bed, then you're gonna apply moisturizing cream all throughout. And we can't, again, just as much as you're putting sunscreen on your neck, you're putting the moisturizing cream on the neck as well. It's really sensitive, so as you're doing it, you're just pulling gently so we can make sure everything's nice and tight, okay? So skincare routine, you're gonna implement that with the previous 3. And the last one, which for me is my favorite, this might be intimidating for some of you, but for me it was my favorite part of my journey of reinventing myself, and that's reinventing your closet, revamping your closet, getting rid of those huge dad jeans, getting rid of the oversized t-shirt with all of the logo branding on it, getting rid of the cargo shorts with sandals with an oversized, like in this photo, Under Armour t-shirt. So you've done all this work in the gym, you're eating healthier, you're showing more muscle, but now you're hiding all that with oversized clothing that doesn't fit you properly. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go into your closet, you're gonna get not necessarily get rid of, but let's put them aside, of all the things that you haven't worn in 6 months to a year, or all the things that are not flattering your new physique. So instead of wearing a t-shirt with a bunch of logos, you're gonna wear a t-shirt that's nicely fitted with little to no branding, okay? We're not paid sponsors for any of these companies. We're not going out to dinner with our significant other all dressed up and we're wearing cargo shorts, flip-flops, an oversized t-shirt with jeans with Asics on instead of, a nice pair of minimalist sneakers. So you're gonna get rid of all that, and I'm gonna give you tips on the style video, but just to give you some now, instead of the oversized t-shirt, again, you're gonna wear a nice fitted tee. Instead of the oversized jeans, you're gonna wear slim jeans, and for my bigger gentlemen, slim straight jeans. Instead of wearing athletic tennis shoes, you're gonna wear minimalist white sneakers. Instead of cargo shorts or cargo pants at that, you're either gonna wear chinos or you're gonna wear plain front short chinos. The shorts are not gonna pass your knees. You need the shorts, regardless of your height, regardless of your build, your shorts need to stay above your knees, okay? So your options are gonna be 7 inches to 5 inches. Especially if you're kind of a thinner guy and you have some muscle in your legs, the longer those shorts are, the less you're showing your muscle. For my shorter guys, the longer your shorts are, the shorter you're gonna look. So there's a lot of detail in revamping your closet that can get overwhelming, but the perfection is in the details. And I promise you guys, if you listen to the tips that I'm going over with you about your fashion, you're going to get compliments left and right, because now you've had this physique that you've really put a lot of work on. And now you're eating right, and now you're drinking enough water, and you're sleeping better, you don't have as much bags, and now you're wearing clothes that are framing the canvas that you've created. And so by wearing the proper fitting clothes, you're complementing all this work that you've done on yourself. Again, the last one is not a health hack, but it's the final part of the canvas to present everything you've done. So there you have it, guys. 5 things you can start today to start looking and feeling younger than you did in your 30s and 40s. If you like the information I shared with you guys today, please like and subscribe. The next video coming up is exactly how to get started on your strength and conditioning program. Minimize the risk of injury and soreness, guys. Thanks again, and see you on the next one.